On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Miller.
A person who operates a mill equals a plant consisting of one or more buildings with facilities for manufacturing, especially a grain mill.
Examples:
Miller flour, watermiller. The miller's work was a vital component of the local economy, providing flour to the bakeries and farmers in the area.
Sober.
Not drunk or affected by alcohol, dignified in manner or character and committed to keeping promises.
Examples:
Sober discussion. As sober as a judge. He led a sober life.
Ramble.
To walk, travel or talk in a seemingly random or aimless manner, often digressing from topic to topic without any clear purpose or direction.
Examples:
Ramble down the road. Ramble through the woods. I like to ramble through the park, exploring its hidden paths and natural beauty.
Flighty.
Unstable, unpredictable, or easily distracted, impulsive or prone to making hasty decisions.
Examples:
Flighty decisions. Flighty personality. Her flighty behavior made it challenging to work with her on a team.
Crotch.
The part of the body between the legs where they join the torso, including the area around the genitals.
Examples:
Crotch portion. Crotch of trousers. She kicked him hard in the crotch.
Carpenter.
A woodworker whose job is to make or repair wooden objects.
Examples:
A short carpenter nail. An apprentice carpenter. Carpenter bees are boring holes into the wall.
Feign.
To pretend to have or to be affected by something, usually to deceive or trick someone.
Examples:
Feign a stomachache. Feign a false laugh. Some animals feign death when in danger.
Tiresome.
Causing weariness, boredom, or annoyance, dull, monotonous, or tedious.
Examples:
Tiresome task. A tiresome person. The tiresome argument between the two politicians seems to have no end.
Poke.
To push or prod with a sharp object or the finger.
Examples:
Poke around the desk. Poke a fire. They poked fun at each other's jokes, laughing and teasing.
Bawdy.
Indecent or obscene, especially about sexual matters.
Examples:
Body joke. Body language. The movie was criticized for its body humor.
Lofty.
Elevated in position, rank, or status, grand, elevated in style or language.
Examples:
A lofty peak. Lofty ambitions. His lofty goals were admirable but unrealistic.
Nun.
A woman who has taken religious vows and is a member of a monastic community.
Examples:
Nun habit. Meditating nun. The cloistered nun devoted her life to serving the poor and marginalized.
Recognizable.
Easy to become aware of or identify.
Examples:
To a recognizable degree. Recognizable landmark. His car was easily recognizable in the parking lot.
Norman.
Relating to or characteristic of the Normans, a people who originally came from Normandy, France, and who had a significant impact on the history and culture of Britain and other European countries. The term can also refer to a style of architecture or art that developed during the Norman period.
Examples:
Norman Cathedral. Norman invasion. The Norman architecture in the Old City was a sight to behold.
Conquest.
The act or process of taking control of a country, area, or situation.
Examples:
Imperial conquest. Make a conquest. He continued to grow his empire through conquest.
Archaic.
Old and no longer used or applicable, of or seeming to belong to an ancient period in history.
Examples:
Archaic humans. Seem somewhat archaic. He deliberately read picture books in an archaic way to please the children.
Loquacious.
Very talkative, tending to talk a lot and at length.
Examples:
Loquacious chatter. Loquacious interviewee. The loquacious salesman talked for hours without letting the customer get a word in.
Pilgrim.
A person who journeys, especially a long distance, to a sacred place as an act of religious devotion.
Examples:
Shrine for pilgrims. Pilgrim site. The group of pilgrims walked in silence, deep in thought and prayer.
Shrine.
A place considered holy because of its association with a deity or a sacred person or relic, or because it is a place of pilgrimage or worship.
Examples:
Shrine temple. Religious shrine. The holy shrine to the local saint was a popular place for pilgrims to visit.
Martyr.
A person who suffers very much or is killed for the sake of their religious or political beliefs.
Examples:
X-ray martyrs. A Christian martyr. He died a martyr to science.
Archbishop.
A high-ranking bishop equals a member of the clergy in the Christian Church, typically in charge of an archdiocese and holding a position of authority over other bishops in the region.
Examples:
Archbishop's Palace, Interim Archbishop. The Archbishop's sermon was a powerful message of hope and encouragement.
Cathedral.
The main Christian church of a bishop's diocese, which is often the largest and most important church in the area.
Examples:
Cathedral school, Cathedral choir. The cathedral's stained glass windows depicted scenes from the Bible.
Nosy.
Characterized by interfering or prying into other people's affairs, excessively curious about the affairs of others.
Examples:
Nosy journalist, nosy questions. My nosy neighbor is always peering over our fence to see what we're doing in the backyard.
Feudal.
Relating to a system of government in which a lord has certain rights and responsibilities to vassals in exchange for military service or other services that developed in Europe in the 8th century.
Examples:
A feudal lord, feudal dictatorship. Lords and serfs characterized the feudal system of medieval Europe.
Peasant.
A farmer or agricultural worker who owns or rents a small piece of land and grows crops, especially in a traditional or undeveloped society.
Examples:
Peasant class, exploited peasant. Many people today romanticize the idea of the simple life of a peasant, but in reality, it was a difficult and often harsh existence.
Serf.
A person in feudal society who is bound to work on a lord's land and owes allegiance to the lord, a person who is subjected to a tyrannical or oppressive authority.
Examples:
Serf labor, medieval serfs. My history class discussed the serf-based economy that dominated Europe during the Middle Ages.
Intellect.
The ability to think logically and comprehend information, especially at an advanced level.
Examples:
Enrich my intellect. Human intellect. Your intellect is capable of distinguishing among similar objects.
Panoramic.
Relating to an unobstructed and wide view of an extensive area, all-encompassing.
Examples:
Panoramic landscape, panoramic camera. We hiked to the top of the hill for a panoramic view of the city below.
Mockery.
The act of ridiculing or making fun of someone or something, often in a contemptuous or mocking manner.
Examples:
Mockery of the situation. Public mockery. The comedian's mockery of the recent political scandal drew laughs from the crowd.
Quirk.
A peculiar behavior, habit, or characteristic that is distinctive to an individual or group.
Examples:
Personality quirk. A quirk of fate. One of her quirks is that she always wears mismatched socks.
Ribald.
Marked by vulgar or indecent humor, coarse or crude in a way that is considered offensive or inappropriate.
Examples:
Ribald comment. Ribald gesture. The ribald joke made everyone in the room burst out laughing.
Solemn.
Formal and dignified, often with an emphasis on religious or ceremonial attitudes or practices, characterized by an earnest sense of importance or gravity, serious or grave in tone or demeanor.
Examples:
Solemn vow. Solemn ceremony. The priest led the solemn procession through the church.
Squire.
A young man of noble birth who acted as an attendant or shield bearer to a knight in the Middle Ages, a man of high social status, especially a landed property owner.
Examples:
Squire responsibility. The king's faithful squire. The country squire assisted the knight in battles and was his trusted aide.
Satirize.
To use humor, irony, or sarcasm to expose and criticize the foolishness or vices of a person, group, or society. To use satire as a means of social or political commentary.
Examples:
Satirize mainstream media. Satirize celebrities. The comedian used humor to satirize the political system and its flaws.
Worldview.
A particular philosophy or cognitive orientation of life or conception of the world.
Examples:
Mainstream worldview. The worldview of the ancient civilization. The war between the two countries was also a battle between competing worldviews.
Dialect.
A form of a language that is spoken in a particular geographical area or by a particular group of people and has distinguishing characteristics.
Examples:
A local dialect. Minority dialect. The dialect spoken in the region differed from other parts of the country.
Chivalry.
A code of behavior for knights in the Middle Ages, characterized by honor, bravery, and courtesy, especially toward women.
Examples:
Age of chivalry. Romance of chivalry. The code of chivalry requires knights to be brave and honor women.
Riff.
To play a short, repeated, tuneful phrase, often used in jazz and rock, to improvise or go off on a humorous tangent. Noun, a short, repeated, tuneful phrase.
Examples:
Rock and roll riff. Riff off the audience's reactions. She began to riff on the theme of love lost in her poetry.
Narrator.
A person who tells a story, especially in a book or film.
Examples:
First-person narrator. The narrator of the TV program. The narrator makes use of the local dialect.
Deviate.
To depart from an established course or plan, to change direction or take a different route or approach.
Examples:
Deviate from the norm. Deviate from the plan. It's important not to deviate from the established safety procedures.
Slapstick.
A type of comedy in which humor is generated through exaggerated physical activity, especially falls and other mishaps.
Examples:
Slapstick comedy. Slapstick performance. The classic comedy routine was filled with slapstick humor.
Prologue.
An introduction to a literary work, typically one that sets the background or provides explanations of the events that follow.
Examples:
Prologue to the battle. Recite a prologue. The prologue of the play provides important background information for the audience.
Apiece.
To, from, or by each one of a group.
Examples:
One apiece. Give $2 apiece. These toys are $5 apiece.
Innkeeper.
A person who operates a place of lodging, such as a hotel or an inn.
Examples:
Innkeeper duties. Innkeeper hospitality. The kind innkeeper showed the travelers to their room and offered them a warm meal.
Victor.
One who wins a game, competition, election, war, etc.
Examples:
Victor country. The outright victor. The victor of the race was the favorite to win.
Sumptuous.
Involving the expenditure of great wealth or luxury, lavish or luxurious, in a way that is intended to impress or elicit admiration.
Examples:
Sumptuous palace. Sumptuous decor. The sumptuous feast was fit for kings and queens, with all the delicacies and treats you could imagine.